Hello and welcome to another episode of ALEC TV. I'm your host, Elena Cleary, and we have a jam-packed show for you today. As we mentioned in our last episode, international agricultural journalist Claire McCormick has made the journey all the way from Ireland to our university here in Urbana-Champaign. McCormick has been named the University of Illinois' first visiting global agricultural journalist.
Our first visiting global agricultural journalist. How cool is that?
What intrigued me most about this program is its actual uniqueness, because there's no program, as far as I'm aware, like this in Ireland, in Europe. So while there are agricultural communications modules and maybe some classes within agricultural science programs in universities, it's very rare that there is a unique focus on agricultural journalism and agricultural communications to the extent it's done here. I want to know, what classes are you teaching? What types of platforms are you working with? How were the students interacting with these subjects? What was the demand like? And what kind of issues were you tackling as young leaders in agricultural journalism and communication?
The focus of her trip, other than completing scholarly work for her doctorate, is to revolutionize the appearance of agriculture in the media, especially the urban media. She is here to change the negative connotations associated with agriculture in cities and urban spaces.
There isn't as much coverage of it in the mainstream media as there used to be, and I would be concerned about potential knowledge gaps that could be in the general public about food production. Through my PhD, I hope to establish how media in the mainstream press has covered agriculture over the last 50 years.
McCormick might as well be enrolled as a full-time student here at the U of I with how many classes she visited and presented in this week, most of which are in the ALEC department, meaning Claire and I have pretty similar schedules. She also attended the Illini Agricultural Communicators of Tomorrow meeting on October 17th in Bevere Hall at 6 p.m. The group discussed building your own brand and mission statements. It was an interactive presentation about growing the online presences of agri-influencers, advocates, and experts. McCormick's main event for the week of her visit was the ALEC Homecoming Address that occurred here at the Aces Funk Library last Friday on October 20th. Many ALEC alumni came to hear about McCormick's experiences in the agricultural, journalistic, and Irish world.
As I crafted my PhD proposal to investigate media coverage of agriculture and food production in the mainstream and farming press in Ireland.
A very special guest was in attendance, Dr. Jim Evans, a driving force behind the development of the Agricultural Communications Program at the U of I and the founder of the National Agricultural Communicators of Tomorrow.
To have physically walked through the campus and the corridors of academic giants such as Professor Jim Evans, Professor Robert Hayes, Professor Anne Reisner, Dr. Roberts, Dr. Morgan, Dr. Ansman Barker. It has been unspeakably inspiring to me. The best part is just taking that energy and inspiration from you all that I hope to bring back to Ireland and back to my PhD and my research, and I'm so excited to see where you all go in the future because I know you have big careers ahead.
Thank you to all who attended in support of the future of agricultural communications and the ALEC department as a whole. Coming up on ALEC TV, we'll take a look at the National FFA Convention and Alpha Tau Alpha, the Greek organization for agricultural students, conclave on November 1st through 4th in Indianapolis, Indiana. 70,000 students will be attending to compete in parliamentary procedure, a quiz bowl, and the program of excellence. 8 agricultural leadership, education, and communication students, including our very own Taylor Talbert, will be in attendance. I hope McCormick enjoyed her trip just as much as we appreciated her coming and sharing her knowledge with a multitude of students. We also appreciate you watching this episode of ALEC TV, and please stay tuned for our next episode airing November 6th.